The A Show.
Where smart is the new sexy.
And now, April Hunter.
That's right, baby cakes. This is where smart is the new sexy. And we are the moderate voice of reason in an insane and divided world. Welcome to the A Show. We are happy to see you. We're happy to see you. We're happy to see you. This is my beautiful co-host, Big Ray Hernandez. Hi.
Hi. Sorry. I had myself muted.
Are you unmuted now?
Yeah, well, you can hear me, can't you?
Yes, exactly.
How you doing?
I'm doing well. I had a birthday, and I want to say hi to everybody coming in here. And thank you for everybody who remembered my birthday. I'm very, very excited about that. And I'm going to show off my presents.
Holy shit. Okay. What are those?
These are from Winona. She
made those?
Yeah, but wait, there's more. Thank you, Winona. Look,
okay.
Look, check this out.
All right, let me. You know what I'm doing? I'm gonna make you bigger so that everybody can see. Oh wait, no, let me switch it so everybody can see. There we go.
I got presents. I got coughing candles. Look how cool they are.
How cool is that, dude?
I know, I love it, and they smell so good.
You can hide like mad cocaine in that thing. I mean, candy.
Definitely candy for
Don't
sure.
Judge me. Don't judge
me. Yes, thank you, Winona. I love these. These are cool. I love everything you're doing, but I love it even more when I get to play with it.
Isn't that? That's what she said.
When I get to play with it.
That's what she said.
So cool. Thank you. Yeah, I got some really amazing, awesome birthday gifts, and I got a handful of Amazon gift cards, which is the way to my heart as well. So thank you, but very grateful. I appreciate it very much. So it's nice to be thought of. I don't have any family anymore, so it's nice. It's like
fucking me. You ain't got no family.
My dad died. My mom died. My grandparents died. Everybody died.
You don't have any cousins and any uncles? Aunts?
I've got two distant uncles, and that's it. You know.
Really?
Yep. As a matter of fact, that's kind of a funny thing that you mentioned. Well, that we're talking about this, because did you see there's an AI program that came out of LA? And I can't remember the name of it, but they are offering a service, and I have the article somewhere. They're offering a service where you can talk to your dead relatives again.
I know exactly where they emulate their voice and stuff like that.
Yes. Yep.
Dude,
yeah.
I don't think I can handle that, man.
I know. I feel like that's I can understand it, especially because I used to talk to my grandmother late at night, because she was a night person like me. But I also feel like it stops the mourning process. Like, you're supposed to have a process of mourning.
Of course.
And it does not allow you to complete that process. And
that's
I think if you're also a parent who has lost a child, what wouldn't you do to hear them say mommy or daddy again? You know what I mean? It would be very heartwarming, but also could be very unhealthy. It's like, yeah.
Oh man,
I know that's treading some really morally questionable ground right there. So I don't know. What do you guys think in the chat? And hello to everyone. I see you. I see. Oh, Allie. Hello, Winona. Thank you again. Speedway. Chuck. Bigwig. Hello. He says, Bigwig, says, I prefer dumb girls. They believe any lie you will tell them. I do not think you're alone in that preference. Eva. Hello. Retro Rocket Review.
Yeah, he's from Canada.
Bald is beautiful. Well, bald is beautiful. I'll show you my stitches. I have joined you in the bald back here. It's terrible.
I have questions. So do you have the John Cena going on?
I do.
It's all right.
I've got a comb over back here. Yes. Red Sunny, Gail Wolfers, Alex. I know I missed you guys too. I'm sorry I missed the show. Cool, awesome dude. Who else am I missing in here? It's nice to see all of you. So yeah,
Eva?
I had
You said hi to Eva?
I did. I said say hi to Eva.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm glad you guys are joining me.
Throwing it out there. So what was your birthday?
What was my birthday?
It was your birthday.
It was my birthday, yes.
And you said
Yeah.
you didn't have any family. So what did you sit in the house by yourself with a little cupcake
No.
with one
Well,
candle?
I should
Happy birthday to me.
Happy birthday to me.
Oh, well, see, I wasn't going there. What? Did you blow the nipple off? What the hell was that?
So no, I have family. They're my friends. So they're my chosen family. So I actually got really lucky. Everybody came over. I had like 5 different people come over this weekend, and they all brought food. So and Shelly Martinez sent me a beautiful flowers in the shape of a cake with birthday candles on it. So it's gorgeous. I put it up on Twitter, and Facebook or whatever. I put it up everywhere because Eva brought me a mint chocolate chip or mint cookie cake. It was fabulous.
That's awesome.
Laurie, the girl, the dream translator that's been on here, she brought over Greek food and baklava.
I like her. She was very nice.
Yeah. So my friend Ty, who was on here also, came over and painted rocks.
I like Ty. He was nice.
Yeah. He actually offered to do this show when I couldn't do it. If you were available that night, he's like, I'll stand in for you. He's like, not that your fans want to see me, but if you ever get stuck, I'll stand in for you. I'm like, yeah, all right. Yeah. So,
remind me to tell you something.
Okay,
but not now.
Tell me something.
No, I want you to talk about. So what did you get? So number one, let me just put out that I have 2 brothers, and I have friends that are closer to me than my actual brothers. Like, I mean, God forbid anything happens to my brother. I love my brothers, but like, I have some friends, man, like Billy Ray. I guess Colin. You know, I got my boy. You guys don't know him, but his name is Jonathan. He's like my little brother. He's like got like 10 years on him, and he was a little kid. His father wasn't around much, and I was like a big brother to him. And now he's a goddamn adult with 2 kids and a wife and stuff. And that's like my little brother. I love that son of a bitch. But there are friends that can be way closer than family. So now you had your whole family. Vito, I guess War Demon. Vito too, yeah, fuck him.
Hi, War Demon.
I'm saying Big Vito. Fuck Big Vito. I love Big Vito. I really do love him and his wife. But what did you do? You had your family with you, so like
I couldn't do much because I had my head cut open and I had stitches and my head was pounding. So
show it to me.
Really?
I have to see it.
Really?
Yes, I need to. You know what? Hold on. Let me do the gimmick. Right. Hold on. Let me do the gimmick. Where's the gimmick? There it is.
Can you see it? I don't know if you can see it. It's really gross. It's not
just turn it around. Stop being a punk, man. Come on, you're a wrestler. Oh my God!
Shut up.
Jesus Christ!
What?
Nothing.
Fuck off. There. Can you see it?
And his name is John Cena.
Did you see it?
Yeah, we saw it, man.
Terrible. It's horrible. It's terrible. It's like
it's not that bad.
Anyway, so
Good question. Have you been hit on, and then when you turn around to walk away from the guy, he's like, "Oh, never mind."
Not yet. So it's probably gonna happen. So I actually bought I bought like the root spray, the red root spray, so I can spray it once I'm allowed.
Look, Winona is not bad at all. It really doesn't look that bad.
Really? I feel like there's like this bad bald spot there.
Oh, you made it sound like you look like one of those old Padres that had the.
You should see the pictures.
Come on, stop it. Look, even War Demon loves you still.
Look like when I first got the first picture I saw, I was ready. I was like, bleh.
See, seriously, April. I'm look. Come on, I'm pretty fucking like straight up with you. I would tell you if it looked weird. I don't think it looks bad at all. You should be okay. When is it growing back though?
Not soon enough. Okay, here's the first picture I had.
Oh boy. All right, hold on. I got to do the gimmick. I just learned how to do.
No, don't do the gimmick.
Look at that. Here it is. Holy shit.
Right.
It's not bad.
Shut up.
I'm serious. It's not bad.
Shut up.
Yowie wowie.
So, hi everyone. Hey, coming in here late. So, Colin, what's up? Steve, hello. God. So, yeah.
I was just putting Colin over.
I had a hole in my head. Yes, he was putting Colin over.
I said Colin's one of my best friends.
That was great photography. Hi, Wade. So, yes, my friends came over and Eva's like, how'd you get the lump? Oh boy, that's a story. But anyway, yes, I had a tumor. I had the tumor removed.
I can't do him.
And I don't have a tumor anymore. So
sorry. There it is. Hey, hey, get down, get to the chopper. I never really done him before. Cool. Well, so, did you have cake? You said you had cake. I think you
I
texted
did.
me.
Matter of fact, I had a phenomenal amount of cake to the point where I need to do
Phenomenal.
cardio every fucking day for the next 3 months straight. So yeah, there's a lot of cake.
So since I'm not talking about secrets, but I'll tell you a secret I've been hiding from you.
Okay.
And you told me something off air, and I'm not gonna ever mention it in my life. And I won't. I swear to God, I won't. But
Okay.
I'm gonna share a secret with you.
Okay.
So I didn't tell you, I went to the doctor about 2.5 weeks ago. And my doctor told me, Ray,
you're too late to transition now?
Well, something like that.
It's just started earlier?
Yeah. Yeah, he should have started around 11. But anyway, he told me, look, Ray, you're gonna fucking die. You're borderline diabetic. And you're a fat fuck now. What happened?
Are you serious right now? You're fucking serious?
Well, he told me, he goes, Ray, your knee injury, your Achilles tendon, your high blood pressure. He says, this is what you were in 2020, the beginning of 2020, before the pandemic. This is what you are now. And he's like, you're going to fucking die, but not with the fucking. He says, you're going to die if you don't take change now.
No shit. Really?
So I don't have a fucking, I don't
that was
have a drum
warmly received. Hey,
I don't have a drum, but I have changed my life. I have, I'm eating like super clean now. I don't really drink except for red wine every once in a while.
Vodka's sugar free.
Vodka is sugar.
Vodka is sugar, low sugar or no sugar. That is the diabetic drink. Yeah,
I can do that. But I don't have diabetes. I can change it. Now, with that being said, over the last 2 weeks, I did my second week weigh-in.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going crazy. So between us, I'm doing yoga 3-4 times a week as well.
Good.
That's for my joints, and my knee is improving. I'm not walking on them.
Good.
So I'm down little over 10 pounds.
Fuck yeah.
In 2 weeks. And I haven't been, and you know what's crazy? Thank you. You know what's crazy? I haven't been killing myself with the workouts. It's weird. It's almost
a little bit. Just go steady.
Yeah.
It's lifestyle tweaks. Yay. Congratulations.
So hopefully I can get my muscle mass back. If you guys see my social media from like 2018, 2019, I was pretty fucking good looking. Now like fucking Jabba the Hutt over here.
Well, I'm impressed.
I'm not that fat.
Glad to hear that, because I really like you as a person, and I like you as a co-host, and I would like you to not go anywhere.
I thought you loved me as a person, and I thought you loved
me
as
too. Yes, of course. Come on, I'm working through my emotional. I'm getting.
I want to break her down, folks. Okay. I'm gonna make
everybody else.
She is gonna be my sister.
Yes, I love you as a person, and I love you as a co-host. Okay, I told you.
Thank you. Okay, thank you. That's all I wanted to hear. Anyway, so what's new?
I'm gonna break some shit down for you right now.
Oh,
you want that? Yeah.
Yeah. Fuck
and
yeah,
all right. So my mom was diabetic. My grandfather's diabetic. Type 1, type 2. So here's what you should know, because doctors will tell you something, but they won't explain how it works, right? So I'm pretty sure he didn't explain how any of this works. So here's what happens. Every single time you eat something, every single time, doesn't matter if you eat something with no sugar in it at all, whether you just eat steak or if you eat something with sugar, it elevates your glucose, basically. It elevates your, and again, sorry, tired and concussions, insulin. So whether it elevates your insulin a little bit or a lot depends on what you eat, right? So the problem is when we started getting a lot of type 2 diabetes was like late 80s. What happened to our food then was obviously a conspiracy theory back then when things started going GMO. And, we had nothing to worry about. Everything was safe and effective. But what actually happened was the corn and soy that we so fruitfully produce, the high fructose corn syrup got added into everything because it increased the shelf life and it was cheaper than sugar. So when you add high fructose corn syrup into things like, regular processed foods like bread, cheese, even dairy food, all of that stuff, without realizing it, you are now getting sugar hits all day long, no matter what you eat. So you think you're eating just protein or whole wheat bread or
Mhm.
something clean, but you're not.
So I
So
got
you're
to go
eating
out and kill a chicken then.
huh?
I got to go out and literally kill a chicken.
Well, what happens, and this is why type 2 diabetes exploded because it is 100% a man-made disease, is that people, because high fructose corn syrup will drive you up and drive you down more than sugar.
Mhm.
So all day long you're eating, right? And you're spiking. So you're up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down. And a lot of our regular foods that we think are kind of healthy or low fat or whatever, even with the process, just up, down, up, down. You're still spiking, drop, spike, drop, spike, drop, spike, drop. And what happens is your insulin level is like, I'm tired, I'm giving out, and it quits. And
Mm.
you think you're doing okay, but you're not. And next thing you know, you're not pre-diabetic, or you are actually type 2 diabetic. And it's not necessarily any fault of your own. I mean,
Mm.
sometimes it is, but sometimes it's not.
No, this was my fault.
It's yeah, I mean, it's sometimes
What
it's a
happened to me was my
combination of the
fault.
two. But realistically, there are people in other countries that do eat the way we do, and they are not nearly as heavy and nearly as unhealthy because our food is fucked. So, and they're also Champagne Sumo high. They're taking away that GMO label now, and they're
Mm.
calling it, this is the new label to pay attention to, biologically engineered.
Mm.
So look for that on your food now, biologically
That's
engineered.
the fake chicken and the
That's
fake.
that's what you're even in your fruits, your vegetables. Like for example, humans created broccoli and cauliflower. They are biologically engineered foods by human tampering.
So
So
hold the fucking phone.
mhm.
What are you saying to me? What do you mean humans created broccoli and that those are not natural things?
No, they were created.
Shut the fucking
They were crossbred.
how? I'm learning something. I swear to God, I had no
Look it
idea.
up.
I'm no, I believe you. Just talk to me. Tell me.
Because we created it, we made it, just like we made some of the fruits. I don't believe kiwis are natural. They were biologically engineered. But now we're really getting into biological engineering. No, broccoli and cauliflower are not fake so much as they were human created. There's a difference.
Engineered. I got it.
Yeah, I think they
Engineered.
were created from like crossing like cabbage, and somebody look it up and tell me what it is. I can't remember what it
That's
is because I
insane.
don't
I had
really
no
eat
idea.
either.
So when
So
God
I'm
created the
not that
heavens and
interested.
when God created the heavens and the earth, broccoli and covered with cheese wasn't there?
No, it was not. As a matter of fact, there are only a handful of fruits and vegetables that are 100% natural.
Shut the
So if you
fuck
want
up.
real God-given vegetables and fruits, there are not that many to choose from.
Yeah, because if you look at what a banana really looked like in the beginning,
They were small, like the
yeah,
Florida bananas,
yeah, like
and then
college,
they grew them to be much bigger.
right?
Yeah.
Pears, like apples. Apples don't
Mhm.
look like what we have on our shelves.
Mm-mm.
They're like little round, weird looking things.
Yeah,
They're not.
seedless anything is all human engineered. That's supposed to have seeds, yeah.
What does it say here?
So
Hi, April. One word, all caps. Hope all is well. I like
boobs.
that.
Hello
Boobies.
to you. So yes, that's there's that. Sorry to blow your mind there. But
That's
yes,
pretty
you've
fucking
got to
crazy.
pay attention to high fructose corn syrup in your food. And as somebody even pointed out, it's even in processed meats, it's in hot dogs. So you could think you're eating good. You could think you're like, oh, I'm going to grab a handful of lunch meat and cheese
Mhm.
and the
No,
high
that's not
fructose.
good.
Well, I mean, it's for many of us, it is. That's still a protein. You're having a protein snack, but you got to pay attention to what's in it. How is it made?
But
Thanks, Champagne Sumo.
it's so funny. This is one of the most Google things on earth.
Look,
You ready for this? Let me show it to you.
let's see
One of
it.
the most because it's what you're talking about. It's what bananas used to look like, and
Yeah, they look like the ones that grow in my backyard. They're small.
no. This is look at this one. Look at this.
Yeah,
Look at this
those are
gimmick.
what. Yeah.
That is disgusting looking. I don't want that banana. That's what she
I
said.
got tiny bananas in my backyard. That's what they look like, that picture right there where the guy's holding them.
This one right here.
Yeah, they're a little bit bigger than that. They don't have
How do
the
they?
seeds
What are the
like that,
black
though.
things in there?
They don't have those black seeds in them anymore, but they look like that bunch right there. That's what grows in my yard.
No freaking way. Look
Mhm,
at that.
mhm.
I swear to God, April, I just learned something brand new from you.
Well, look up broccoli being man-made and put that up.
Okay,
What
let's
does
see.
it come from?
Broccoli. How do you spell
Mhm.
broccoli? Broccoli. Okay, here it goes. All right, so what should I type in? Broccoli what?
Created broccoli. I don't know.
Humans. That is also one of the most Google gimmicks. All right, so let's
Mhm.
let me show you the page here. This
Yeah,
is
you'll
cool.
never come away from this podcast without learning something. It's
Yeah, you're
just
gonna
how it is.
whether it's worthless knowledge. All right,
Wardini
so
says, "Was I lied to?" Yes, we were all lied to. That's why you watch this show, to figure out the other part of the story that we're never told.
it
We'll
says
do the research for you.
Brussels sprouts,
Hmm. Plus
cabbage,
cabbage, plus
kale.
kale.
Do you see? Let me make this bigger so you can
Mhm.
see.
Broccoli is a human invention. It's not known
Okay,
exactly how many years ago broccoli was created, but it's believed that
here we go.
Champagne Sumo says I'm man-made. Me too. Here's another thing too.
My dad made me.
We
Oh,
were
wow.
always under the delusion or illusion that the fastest sperm is what fertilized the egg. But I just read a
The
scientific
strongest
paper.
sperm.
Right. I just read a scientific paper that that's not actually the case. So
It's the smartest sperm.
the egg chooses the sperm. So it may not be the
Oh,
fastest. It might be, it might be the last one, but the egg actually chooses. So from conception on out, everything about us was selected and chosen.
that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
So here we go. Look, let's take a look. It says 6
What's
vegetables.
up, Jamie?
It says 6 vegetables that are actually the same plant. It says Brussels sprouts, wild
Mhm.
mustard plant. Oh, so this all derives from the wild mustard plant.
Mhm.
So the main gimmick is the wild mustard plant, and from the leaves you get the kale. From the terminal leaf bud you get the cabbage. From the lateral leaf bud you have Brussels sprouts. From it says the flower buds you get broccoli. Cauliflower is also from the flower buds, excuse me. And
Mhm.
I don't even know what the hell this is. What is kohlrabi? Kohlrabi?
Mhm.
Kohlrabi? Anyway, stem from the stem of the wow.
So it's a weed, an
Look
herb.
at that.
Mhm.
And fucking incredible. My mind is literally blown. You think I'm joking for the podcast?
Okay.
I'm not.
Hi, Big Kenny. What's up? So yes, there you go. You'd be a lot of people, we don't know where our food comes from. That's my job, to know where your food comes from, to know where your medication comes from, to know
That's pretty
where
dope.
all of this comes from and stems from. That is one of my areas of expertise, so I can tell you. So
Just letting everybody know we're definitely going to talk some Russell Brand. We have a couple of nice feel-good stories today as well. I
yes,
have a
we
feel-good
do.
story. We should end the show with those. Those are pretty. Mine is
Okay.
adorable. It's adorable.
I have a nice feel-good story too. I sent it to you.
So you want to? Where'd you send it to me?
I'll say it now. We can start with one too if you want.
Can we?
Yeah.
I don't mind that.
Okay. So I'll read it to you.
Mm-hmm.
You see, I don't know if you can see this guy. Here, his name is Dale.
Yeah, I see Dale.
Yes, Dale.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so Dale Schroeder, he grew up pretty poor in Iowa. And I'm sorry, my dog, I didn't lock him up tonight because he's been locked up for a while. So he's just kind of chatting away there. He grew up poor in Iowa. He never married, had no children. And he worked as a carpenter in the same company for 67 years and only owned 2 pairs of jeans. So he spent his entire life savings sending 33 students to college.
Mm.
Today, those 33 strangers have formed a group and call themselves Dale's Kids. They're comprised of doctors, teachers, and therapists that now honor Schroeder for having changed their lives. So that guy put 33 professionals through school.
That is cool.
Turned 33 children into having a career.
That is nice. So he had sex with all 33 of their mothers. That's what you're saying?
No, that's not exactly what I'm saying.
Oh, God damn it.
I don't know if there's any extra benefits there. I think he just put them through school.
That would have been cool for old Dale, huh? In this cool Chicago Cubs hat. Isn't it cool when like how talk about leaving a legacy behind?
Yes. And that's another thing I wanted to talk about. Speaking of that. So think about this for a minute. How many of us know our grandfather's father?
Mm.
How well do you know your grandfather's father?
Not well at all.
Right. So that's 100 years ago. That's just 100 years ago. So think about this. 100 years from now, 21, 23, not that far away, right? Technically, 21, 23. 100 years from now, where you live right now, the house you live in, the apartment you live in, somebody else will be living there. All the deeds to everything you own will be transferred. All the things you own will be given away or thrown away. That car that you spend so much money on will be nothing but scrap metal. All of these things that we spend so much on in 100 years aren't going to matter.
No.
And once we die, for X amount of years, we're going to be remembered. And then we're going to be just a portrait on the wall. And then we're going to be nothing. So knowing that, that's true, right?
Yes.
Think about that. In 100 years, somebody else is going to be living where you are right now in that house.
Well, I'm going to be a robot, but go ahead.
So another family's going to be there. They're not going to know you. All your deeds, all your stuff, everything's going to be gone. The house, the car that you slave away to pay is going to be a pile of scrap metal. So if something, know all of this. So if something is upsetting you, try not to spend more than 5 minutes on it if it doesn't matter in the grand scheme of that 100 years.
Wow.
If it's not part of your legacy.
That's fucking deep.
Because I think a lot of people don't understand what legacy actually means. They'll spend a lot of time and energy on menial, trivial bullshit instead of what leaving a legacy means. Are you leaving this world a better place than it was before you got here? Because all you have is your ability to change yourself and maybe help people around you. Maybe you can change the world. I don't know what type of person you are, what you do, but that's all you have. That's all you've got.
Wow. This is why people that do great things, you know, to better the world, are remembered forever. You know, we still talk about Martin Luther King. How long has he been, you know, how long has he been passed away?
Somebody else lives in his house.
Yeah. It's crazy, like, to think about it. I mean, you know, my son's grandchildren may not really know of me. He may talk about me, but they will never have probably met me or know of me.
You'll be a photo on the wall.
Yeah. Or, you know, like a...
But you can pass down your information. You can pass down your knowledge. You pass down your DNA. You pass down the type of person you are. You pass down your habits.
That's a good one. The Three Stooges. Like, how much joy did the Three Stooges? Good one, War Demon.
Yeah.
You know, like, even my kid knows who the Three Stooges are.
Yes. Everybody knows who Lucille Ball is.
You know, and you know what? That's a good one, Champagne. We remember bad people too. Hitler.
They leave a legacy as well.
Yeah, that's crazy.
A lot of Hitler's relatives are still alive. They changed their names, but they are alive and living in New York.
Some of them live. Yeah. You took it out of my mouth. Yes, some of them live in New York. And when I find them, no, I'm kidding.
And Bigwig, we did actually talk about renting burial plots on this show before in Paris, because there was a woman that pays for Jim Morrison's plot, and she's paid for his lease every year.
That's pretty fucking crazy.
Yeah, we've discussed that before, because you can't actually have a burial plot in France or in Paris. You're only leasing it. You don't pay that lease up, you come.
If you ever seen a movie, have you seen that cartoon Coco?
Mm-mm.
Oh my God, why? I think you would love this movie.
I don't know. I never heard of it before.
It's the one where it's basically is it Disney or is it Pixar? I think it's Pixar. Disney sucks. And it's about you know, a Mexican family, and they're celebrating El Dia de los Muertos, the Day of the Dead.
Dead.
The premise of the story is that, you know, if your picture is not put up, I think if I remember this correctly, if it's not put up, and you're forgotten, then you don't continue to live.
You don't come back
in the afterlife or something like that. Yeah, you disappear forever. So, you know, they want you to live forever, so they continue to remember you. But that's crazy, man, the way you just put that, man. Like 100 years from now, which is it's really not that long.
Mm-mm.
I mean, all you guys will be dead. I'm gonna be a fucking robot,
Mhm.
and I'm still gonna be walking around like, where's my fucking car? Where's
Your
my
voice is
car?
going to be on AI. You'll be talking to everybody.
Where's my car? That's gonna be me.
Dude,
Get
where's
out
my
of my
car?
car. Yeah. Get out of my
No, it's
room.
just something to think. It doesn't have to be sad. It just is. We're all going there's something we're all going to deal with, right? We're all going to deal with death. We're going to deal with it.
Part of life.
It is. We're all going to deal with it. So the sooner we come to grips with that, to accept it, to make sure that, yeah, we're all going to die, but not everybody's going to live. Are we living?
Mm-hmm.
Are we living every day? I heard somebody say that the most perfect day is when you go, oh, wow, 100 times a day. So, and if you're, what?
I don't know. This actually made me laugh.
What?
Demon says, I'm going to be a ghost haunting the fuck out of Big Pharma.
Fuck yeah, dude. High five. I'll be right there with you.
That's a good one. Marvelous Wolf has joined the fray.
It's funny too, because I was just talking about this with somebody. It was, if you could have a superpower for a week, if you could be invisible for a week, what would you do? Of course, he's like, I would stick my dick in everybody's face. So
do that. He must be a wrestler. Just say if he's a wrestler.
He's not, but he's in the other
like,
too.
All right, it's close enough.
And I said I would go undercover and bust everybody that has done these crimes against humanity. I would go and take everything I could, all that information, and I will find you.
I would do the dick
and I will expose your information.
I would do the dick or balls thing, like a tea bag.
Yeah.
Everyone
I get it. I understand that.
Somebody sleeping is like, oh, got two big testicles in their eyes. I won't shave, by the way.
It's like Shane. It was a comedy. That comedian was so funny. Shane Gilligan or something like that.
Why not?
The special is called Beautiful Dogs on Netflix. His name's Shane something. It starts with a G, and it is so fucking funny. I mean, I wasn't even high, and I was rolling off the couch laughing, and he was talking about basically all of that. So if you get a chance to watch that comedy special, Beautiful Dogs on Netflix, you are welcome.
XL Cahoon is asking.
Oh, yes, I will watch it now. I've heard Shane Gillis. Thank you, Colin. Okay, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Oh,
like Colin will be the first one. Colin will think he has two tennis balls resting on his face. It'll be me, Colin. Invisible.
Oh God.
Wolf,
what's up, Wolf?
Yeah, definitely check out Coco though. Let me tell you something. I don't cry at movies. There's certain parts of this thing that's like a cartoon.
You Stay, I Go got me, so I understand.
It's beautiful. It's a beautiful freaking movie. Anyway.
All right, I'll check it out.
Yep.
So Russell Brand has been what I feel. There's a lot of witch hunts going on. And hi, Red Sunny. I'm feeling all right. I got a righteous headache, but it's starting to go away. I'm doing all right.
We're gonna do this.
Yeah, I'm gonna do it. So Russell Brand has been he's been growing very, very popular. And I watch his show, and every so often, I don't catch it every week, but I watch it
on YouTube.
I watch it on YouTube, and he has a unique way of speaking to people. Yes, the Iron Giant. Thank you. Where he doesn't say one thing or the other. He just presents the information, and then he asks a question. And he'll say something like, wouldn't you think they have something to gain with this stuff? And then he'll show the patents, or he'll show the information. He's like, I don't know, though. Tell me what you think in the comments below. So he has been encouraging. Yeah, he's very smart about it. So he has been encouraging people to think since all of this started happening. And he has been sticking his neck out too. I'm amazed that he's gotten as far as he has before he's gotten stopped. I was talking about this with a friend of mine. I was like, it's just a matter of time. 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 Well, that matter of time happened 2 weeks ago. And it's always the same thing. This country is so terrified. Like, we're such a puritanical country that all you have to do is use anything with sex to stop somebody. So sex, we have managed to, okay, here we go. Sex is the most magnetic pull, the strongest force that exists. And and we've talked about this before on the show.
It should be
The
love, by the way.
sexual, yeah, love and sex together, that is, there you go. But if you can harness the energy, why is everybody calling right now? Stop.
Dude, I'm getting text like,
Me too.
you see me, I keep looking at my phone like,
Yeah.
stop.
It's like everyone's calling right now. Like, y'all don't know I have a fucking podcast, bitches. Come on.
Yeah,
So
bitches.
if you can harness the power of love and sex for that energy
Right.
and put it out there for manifesting, for positive, for you, for good use, that is
Mhm.
very powerful energy. And that's how you can bring more to you in good stuff. So instead of just masturbating,
Well-
use it like they do
Well,
with with Kundalini, with use that energy to
Oh.
benefit you. Use it for abundance, yes. So,
what,
but
masturbate in abundance? All right, got it.
okay, yeah, or use a masturbation for abundance.
Oh, for
So-
abundance. Oh,
So my point is, they have gotten it to the point where they have convinced women that they
Mhm.
should not have feminine power, that they should mute their sexuality in this country.
stop.
And when they want to take somebody down, they use sex. So whether you don't even have to have raped somebody, you just accuse them. You don't have to be a pedophile. They just accuse you. Of course, unless you're like super powerful person, then nobody investigates that and they don't give you the list on the island or anything like that. So those people don't matter. But, anything with Epstein, whatever. But anybody else who's accused of rape or anything sexual, that is the way to take somebody down. So
Can I bring up this I saved this
yeah,
comment that was the very first comment from our friend from Canada. He's in a space station in Canada. I'm just
Mhm.
gonna put it that way. That's where he lives.
Mhm.
Between you and me, okay? Don't tell anybody, April.
Yeah.
This is a Retro Rock Review. He says Stevie Richards today on Master Shoe Theater, which is a great show on channelattitude.com. Subscribe. Anyway, it is two of the biggest UK, what is it? It is the two biggest UK media outlets investigating Russell and getting the government to demand Rumble to demonetize him. There are no charges
there haven't been any charges against him.
against him. So
This is
he has-
insane. This is pure insanity. So there are no charges against him. He has not been convicted of anything. When the fuck did we get to this point where all you have to do is accuse somebody? There doesn't have to be any proof. There's no trial. There's no due process. There's no nothing. All I have to do is say, Ray, you know what? You're a rapist. And
Whoa.
just like that, you get everything taken away from you. That is a really dangerous place that we've gotten to. And in England, in America, excuse me, you're
Right.
innocent proven guilty. Unfortunately, in England, if you know their laws, which unfortunately I do, you're guilty until proven innocent. But he's based out of America.
Was Kevin Spacey wasn't he like
Yes,
didn't they say like, oh no,
it was in England.
It was bullshit. It was a mistake.
I don't know if it was a mistake or not with him, but they also ruined his career. Or he ruined his career. Somebody ruined that career.
I'm gonna see, was
So-
Kevin Spacey exonerated?
I don't think he was. I think he was. I think they found that was true. Yeah, you need to do. There needs to be proof. First off, secondly, the fact that you can take away someone's entire career, their money, their everything, on nothing. Anybody could do a baseless accusation. So did he do it? Did he not do it? I don't know. Nobody knows. Do you know why nobody knows? Because there's been no fucking proof. There's been no fucking anything. So until there's been proof, we need to assume that he is innocent. Because he has been speaking truth too long and he's been touching some nerves. And they have been going after people and censoring them like crazy. And it just seems like the pattern is continuing. And now they're targeting Russell Brand.
Let me just put it out there that he was exonerated. He was acquitted of all 9 charges against him, which meant that this jury found no proof that whatever
Kevin
he was,
Spacey.
yeah,
So he lost his entire last season of House of Cards.
his entire career,
Mhm.
any movie role moving forward, possibly. I don't know if any. See, here's a terrible thing about being accused of something like this.
It sticks to you like honey.
and it never leaves you. You
Yeah.
never looked at the scene
Yep.
because there's always that possibility in the back of somebody's mind. Could he have done it?
Yep.
Like,
Maybe they.
listen,
So
I'm sorry.
this.
We joke around about Michael Jackson, and my wife believes that Michael Jackson literally had the mind of a child.
Yeah.
This is what she believes. I have a different. I think maybe he might have touched the kid or two, but my wife thinks differently. But we don't have any real tangible proof. And he was never was he ever convicted?
So Wade was saying several of his victims disappeared. Very weird, right?
Well, here's another thing. I forgot who it was. I forgot her name. I wish I could look this up right now, but she was in charge of do you remember when they were the Me Too movement? I forgot her name. If anybody
Yes.
can remember.
Yeah.
She went on record in defense of Russell Brand just a couple of days ago, and I'm gonna paraphrase this because I can't quote her, so this is not quoting her, but she basically said that you can't come out and accuse somebody of something without making yourself public. Without
it wasn't Rose McGowan, right?
I think
I thought she was the one that said that. I thought she jumped on him. Or I didn't watch it.
Keep talking. I'm gonna see if I could find what this is. Go ahead.
Yeah, no, she's right. And it also takes away from the seriousness of these charges. So, like we said before, like 2 years ago, when you call everyone a racist, it actually takes away from the people who are fucking racists. And these people who are fucking racists are disgusting. But that term means nothing anymore because apparently everybody is racist. Everybody who disagrees with you is racist. Every white man is a racist. Everybody who has a different opinion than you is a racist. Everybody who didn't get vaccinated is a racist. Everybody who has an opinion about trans people are also racist. Everybody's a racist. But actual real racists, they're walking around out there being racist.
I really wish I could fucking find. Oh, you know what? Talk about something else. I know where I'm going to find it. Go ahead.
All right. So no, this just makes me mad because I can talk about this all day long. You guys are going to hate me.
Please. I'm going to find it.
Please tell me to shut the fuck up. It's okay.
No,
but no, I'm mad because I feel like every independent media outlet, whether it's us, everybody else, everybody should be backing Russell Brand right now because any of us can be targets. And at the end of the day right now, whether they find Russell Brand guilty or not, their message is to all of us.
Okay.
Their message to all of us. They are what they are doing right now is saying, we will take you down if you start getting too powerful. If you start making people think, we're going to take everything away from you. This is a message to everyone. To which I say, fuck you. We're going to keep talking. And we're all going to keep talking. And everybody's going to back them up.
April, I'm going to share this real quick. All right. This is courtesy of Fox. What is the show? Gutfield. This is a portion of the show where he is talking about his friend Russell Brand, April, and then he's going to play a quick soundbite from Rose McGowan. You ready?
Producers had an actress portray one victim in an interview replete with dramatic background music. The story went viral, of course. But Rose McGowan, the founder of the Me Too movement, has now stepped up to raise an objection.
Meet your next pillow.
Oh, of course. Are you kidding me? A freaking advertisement. Let me just mute it. And 3, 2, 1. I'm gonna have to rewind this again. I'm so sorry, guys. This is bad radio.
An alleged rape.
Here we go.
None went to the cops.
We're going back.
Then the producers had an actress portray one victim in an interview replete with dramatic background music.
Right, we heard that
the story
part.
went viral, of course. But Rose McGowan,
here we go,
the founder of the Me Too movement, has now stepped up to raise an objection.
This is a concerted effort to bend journalistic rules that have always been in place, such as having to be on the record with who you are and what your name is in order to accuse. I didn't make these rules. These are the rules. They were the rules. So there's something very strange going on. You have to go on the record. It has always been that way. I didn't make it so. It didn't make me happy to have to do so. Neither did it make others happy to do so. But to blindly and anonymously accuse, none of these high-level journalistic outlets would have ever let this be published before. So I have to ask why? Why now? What is the true narrative they're pushing?
So
Exactly.
so
Exactly.
let me jump in.
hmm
I don't know whether he did what he did, and if he did what he did. When he went on and went on his YouTube channel and did the so this is happening video. You can look it up. Just type in this is happening, something like that, right? April.
Yeah.
Um, from what I saw, it seemed like a person, and I'm reading body language, seemed like a person that was just like disgusted and shocked by all these things being said about him. Now, this is my problem, and it's hard for me to say as a man, but I'm going to say it.
Say it.
You know, why wait so long? Why wait until this person has become this, alleged right wing conspiracy theorist
He's not
who's
right wing. He's in the middle.
and I'm going to tell you something. I'm going to go on record and say this, okay? Joe Rogan better watch his ass.
Oh yeah, I was just saying they tried with him too.
Almost. But Joe Rogan better watch his ass, because Joe Rogan is too logical.
Right. Way too, yeah, he's on the list. There's a takedown list. There's a fucking takedown list, okay?
He wasn't there before,
Mhm.
but I think Joe Rogan's so smart, and I like Joe Rogan a lot. I listen to all his podcasts, not just the MMA stuff and the wrestling interviews that he does, but just the way he thinks. Like, he likes to question everything.
Yeah.
And that is a no-no nowadays, to question. It's scary as fuck. And I don't know if Russell Brand did it or not. April, I don't know if he did it or not.
I don't think he did it. Okay, so I think he okay, I'm just gonna be straight as a female, right?
Go ahead, man.
Excuse me. Forgive me for being honest, but I'm gonna be real fucking honest right here. I'm gonna let my lack of whatever
ahead, man.
happen. Russell Brand's not a good looking man. So when he got famous, he started fucking because women would finally fuck him.
Right.
Okay, let's be straight here. Okay, so chicks finally dug him because he was getting somewhere, so they were sleeping with him. I think he is guilty of nothing. I think he's took advantage of the fact that women finally wanted to be on his dick, and after going in a lifetime of being a very unattractive man, he got his dick wet as much as humanly possible, which is normal in these situations. And that's what I think happened, period, end. And this is not a crime. This is normal human behavior for that particular situation. So he slept with lots of people because he finally could. So I don't think he forced himself on anybody. I don't think he raped anybody. And I think what happened was you had a takedown list, and a reporter went out and found a selection of women. And I'll bet you some are going to come forward and say, that reporter offered me money. You had a reporter that went to these women, their exes, who are getting nothing anymore from him at all. And they said, we're going to give you X amount of money, $50,000, $20,000, $100,000, if you say that he raped you. And they're like, fuck it, why not? Okay. And all of these accusations happened 10 and 20 years ago. I'm sorry, but if you're raped, you're going to do something a little bit sooner. Generally, you're going to do something a little bit sooner. You're not going to have like a bunch of people come out all at once, right when a guy's getting super popular and people are listening to him and he's all over YouTube and it's causing a problem with the narrative and making people think.
Can I play devil's advocate?
Yeah, sure.
So remember with the Bill Cosby thing, right? Back in the day, and that one woman came out 20, what was it? How many years later? 30 years later? 40,
I'm not saying it's always that way.
It's not always that way. But what I'm saying is that, all right, devil's advocate. So do you think there's a possibility that maybe it did happen? There were a whole bunch of women that maybe were afraid that they weren't going to get any jobs, or they were going to be looked down upon, or I mean, I can't even imagine being a woman and being raped, or a dude and being raped, how incredibly crushing it is to your soul. Do you think when they see one person come out, then maybe they got the courage, and then now we got two people, and then it becomes a mob mentality? Is that a possibility?
It's it's possible, you know. I mean, I've dealt with things and not talked about them and then talked about them later. But I'm saying everything else surrounding it is probably not probable.
Doesn't sound
I
right.
mean, okay,
I
so
feel
like
you. I'm just playing
look at
devil's
the
advocate, by the way.
look at the Me Too movement. We'll use that as an excuse, right? Or as an example. What was there to gain with the Me Too where there was nothing happening politically at that time. There was no narrative or agenda happening at that time. They weren't specifically going after powerful people. They were coming out and saying, this person did this. And other people were like, yeah, it happened to me too. And in this particular situation, we're seeing a series of calculated witch hunts and takedowns on a lot of people who are not agreeing, as Ali said, if you don't agree with the left, you're automatically considered right wing.
Right.
And they are specifically trying to take anyone down who is deemed not on the side of the left.
I know a lot of Christian people that are Democrats that don't agree with the whole LGBTQ thing, the pushing of that lifestyle on children, so on and so forth. But yet they are not fans of the Republican Party. That is it is possible.
They're called moderates.
Right. Yeah. It is
They're
possible.
called Kennedy Republicans.
Yeah, but then now even Kennedy, because Kennedy is a moderate.
He's too moderate for them. They're even calling him Republican. I know, it's crazy.
It's a weird world we live in, man. And I've said this 1,000 times. I believe that politics have become a religion.
Yes. Yeah. It's a religion of the state. That's how you know you're in you're treading in communist waters. People are like, oh, I don't know. How do you say we're going communist? Well, obviously, a lot of Americans haven't traveled, unfortunately. And if they do, they go on a nice cushy cruise somewhere, or they just go to Canada. Go somewhere where it's actually communist. Go spend some time in a communist place and then come back here. Yeah, go there. Go to Cuba. Go to Cuba. Go to see what Romania looks like and talk to the people. Go to Korea and then come back here and be like, oh, shit, now I see it. Go talk to the Venezuelans. Talk to Venezuelans and ask them. Talk to Cubans like we do here in Florida, because they're everywhere. We have these conversations. Why do you think Florida is so fucking anti everything and has made the laws? We are the only state that is anti-medical mandate, anti this, anti that, and protect the freedom, because we have so many people here from Cuba and Venezuela. We know what it looks like.
I'll tell you, man, I have an uncle that so my father has a half brother that's Cuban, and it's true. He's very, very my uncle Iggy is very, very
anti-CBDC, anti-digital money here. They passed that law here too. They know what it looks like. They've lived through it. That's why they were forced to leave their own countries. You all motherfuckers, sorry, but you all motherfuckers don't know what it looks like. And you think, oh, this is fine. This is just fine. As everything's burning around you, this is fine. We're fine. Everything's fine. They're going to take care of it, right? If somebody told us 6 years ago that we would be where we are right now, think about that. What was 6 years ago? 2017?
Yeah.
In 2017, when you're visiting your friends and you're doing whatever you want, you never needed to get vaccinated, like all the stuff. Like you never had to worry about washing your hands and all the things that came naturally. You never had to look at somebody sneezing next to you and wonder if they were going to kill you. All these things that go on and on and on. Like if someone told you in 2017 that we would be living like this, would you have believed them, or would you have thought they were conspiracy theory nutbag?
I'll just throw this up.
Yeah.
That's us.
Too many people. And when you point things out to them, because you have traveled, you can see it, you have picked it up, you do talk to people, apparently you're the nutbag. But you're actually trying to tell them, hey, look, wake up. This is what's going on. You need to prepare. This is what's happening.
And the thing that sucks is that, when I was growing up,
stand with us.
Listen, when I was growing up, I was always taught there was no such thing as a stupid question. Now you're stupid if you question.
Oh my God, I know. Me too. My dad always used to say, no such thing as a stupid question. He also said, question everything. And we were also told, question authority. Always.
Yes. Yeah.
Yeah.
How the tide has turned. So I think we could tie this up with a bow regarding Russell Brand, April. Look, honestly, and I want you to say your piece, but I'm going to say my piece
Say your piece.
first. And
I think I said mine.
like I said, man, I don't know what happened behind the scenes. I play devil's advocate, but I am on April's side 100%, and I'm not just on her side to be on her side. I do feel that there are a ton of inconsistencies. None of this is making sense, and it's crazy how this is all coming out now. But don't take our word for it. I suggest you do this. Go to CNN, go to Fox, go to independent news outlets, read up on it. Just do your research and hear both sides. My wife asked me, "Why do you watch CNN too?" I like to hear. I have to say, I like to hear both sides of it. I just don't listen. I just don't.
Don't get in an echo chamber of just reinforcing only your own beliefs.
Nah, man. I get on independent YouTube channels. All these really cool things. There's this YouTube channel, and I can't remember the damn name of it. It's a guy with a hooded sweatshirt, and you don't see his face, and he just goes on and talks about daily news and stuff like that. I'll probably tweet it out so you guys can follow me on Twitter at Big Ray Hernandez, and I'll probably put it out one of his channel. But just do your research, and we're gonna find out in a while whether this was all bullshit or not. But he'll never be the same again, unfortunately.
Yeah, Eva says anonymous. Is that it?
It's not anonymous. That's one I do like. It's another guy, but I'll tell you what it is if I can find it. Go ahead.
Yeah, the artist return says the only problem nowadays is that people are using questions as a platform for stating an opinion as fact to be disputed. It's disingenuous versus just being specific. That's my issue. That's a fair issue. No, that's absolutely a fair issue.
Yeah.
And Big Kenny says, based on the stories that got passed down from our parents and grandparents and such, compared to today's world, you would think this is a totally different planet and human race. Yeah, I know. That's one thing about not having my mom, my dad, my grandparents around that I'm grateful for, that they didn't have to see this. Like my dad and my grandfather, they died in service to this country. Mm-hmm. And they would be fucking horrified to know what's happening right now. Horrified. My dad was very, very pro-freedom. That includes free speech, all of it across the board. And if he had to see what's happening now, I think he would die of a broken heart. Like he would have a heart attack, just all of this. So I'm grateful that he didn't have to see what happened, that, my grandfather was left in Belgium with a B-24 Liberator stuck shooting over there. And my dad died for also. So
the channel is The Liberal Hive Mind.
Okay.
Again, The Liberal Hive Mind. Check him out. He puts up stuff daily, short videos, maybe 10 minutes long, gets his point across. I think he's very, very smart. Whoever's behind that shadowy figure is fucking awesome, and I like him a lot. So, and you might not like him, but just check him out and see if you like him. I don't know. The Liberal Hive Mind.
And T.N. Couponer says, is there a statute of limitations on accusing someone of a crime?
I wonder about that. I'm glad he brought that up. I wondered about that too. Isn't there?
I don't know.
But these
are solid questions, you guys. Thanks for adding into all of this. So
I question that. How long can you wait to report? This is right, a rape.
Yeah.
Says here, it's just giving me. Okay, it says, how long does rape victims have to change to press charges? The amount of time. I'm gonna read this off of one of these law sites here, and I've seen this law site before, so it's pretty reputable. It says, and I'm not gonna put them over because they're not paying me. It says here, the amount of time a victim of rape has to report and press criminal charges against their attacker is called a statute of limitations. It largely depends on the state where the crime occurred. The statute of limitations can also be impacted by the age of the victim and the time of the rape, the discovery of the DNA evidence, the connection of DNA evidence to a suspect, and the length of time that passes between the crime and the victim's report to the law enforcement. I just need you to also understand, guys, that Russell Brand is being accused of, and not accused because he was very open about having a relationship with a 17-year-old girl which in that country is legal. Not to say that it's I forgot how old he
I think
was.
I think the age of consent in England is 16.
16.
But I think it's drinking and sex.
Right. The parents knew, and now she's
Yeah.
coming out saying that she wanted, I don't know, that he wanted money, and I don't fucking know. You want to hear a fun story?
Sure. And yeah, let's do that. Tell me a fun story.
No, go ahead. Say what you're gonna say before we get into this little adorable story.
No, I'm good. Tell me the adorable story. I'm good. I agree with what you say, Ray. I agree with and I think that what everybody put in the chat, you guys put in some really good stuff.
Yeah, you guys are awesome. We were 30 strong in the chat, so thank you guys for jumping in. Check out this little adorable story here. We already got some adorableness going on. Check this out.
Is that a panther?
Hold on.
Cats are perhaps the most popular pets, rivaled only by dogs. But few people have a black panther in their apartment. This can be boasted by a girl named Victoria, who became the owner of a baby named Luna. A charming story happened in Siberia. The black panther Luna was born in a traveling Siberian zoo. She was very unlucky already on the 7th day after birth.
Her mouth.
Refused to feed Luna. And the zoo workers noticed too late that the kitten had literally been thrown out of the nest. This led to health problems. Luna needed medications for recovery and special care that the zoo could not provide. Fortunately, the girl Victoria took care of the panther. Despite her young age, Vika has the necessary experience. The girl has been caring for large kittens for 12 years, so it was an ideal match. Vika took Luna home, where she cared for the animal, fed it, provided it with supportive medications and proper physical activity. The kitten was bottle-fed and also given meat supplements. Luna quickly got used to the litter box, no different from domestic cats. But her claws and teeth turned out to be larger than her brother. Hands often suffered from them. In caring hands, Luna recovered quite quickly, although her health still required special attention. Knowing what conditions there are in mobile zoos, Vika decided to buy the panther and keep it with her. The black panther in Vika's house is accompanied by a huge and no less black Rottweiler named Venza. They get along well with each other. The dog treated Luna like his puppy, and the two immediately became friends. Despite her size, Venza tried to be careful with Luna, although at the first meeting she almost crushed the kitten due to the surging feelings. They are inseparable, play, run and travel together. Luna is not cold to play and run in the snow. She is a cross between a Persian and an Amur leopard. By winter, she has gained fat and has warm fur, so the cold is not a problem for her. Luna grew into a large, beautiful panther weighing 21 kilograms, face and an adorable personality. Victoria understands all the difficulties of keeping a wild cat in her home, but is still looking for options that would allow her to keep Luna with her. The girl
it got big.
Panther has already become a part of her heart, so giving it away somewhere will be morally difficult. If you enjoyed the video, please like and subscribe to the channel for more amazing videos.
Oh, they're the same size now. That's so cute.
How fucking cute is that, man? So there's some things they left out in that story. And I'm gonna fill you in on the rest of the story. So what happened was when she found this cat, they kind of just got rid of it. They left it out to die. And she didn't know it was originally a panther.
Oh, okay.
She had no idea
It
was
just kept getting bigger and bigger and bigger and bigger. Okay.
And she just figured shit out. And it's just cool, man. It's just, I know it's crazy to keep a wild animal, but even dogs back in the day were not domesticated. They had to become domesticated. And
cats aren't technically domesticated. Well, cats were
cats
never
are assholes
domesticated
sometimes.
Yeah, but cats were never actually domesticated. Dogs were. Cats.
They still aren't.
Cats chose to domesticate themselves and walk among us, but they were never actually able to be domesticated. And they were literally one generation away from being feral all the time. So
listen, I've had 3 cats. They were assholes.
They're all assholes. Yeah, it's like a dog will not bite you. They're not going to bite the hand that feeds you. Like a cat will be a cunt because it's Tuesday.
Hold on. You couldn't hear that, right? Okay, sorry.
What?
I was pulling up my next story, but go ahead.
Oh, so I wanted to, I wanted to share some little tips that I found with you guys. 14 psychological facts about human behavior we should know. Actually, these are 7 of them. And there was also another one on boundaries. So I'm going to give you all of this real quick. So, number 1, most of us are afraid of being too happy because we fear something tragic might happen next. So with happiness,
That's me.
that's a lot of people. With happiness comes that
Okay.
profound sense of sadness or doom behind us, and that
This can't
sometimes,
last forever.
right, and sometimes that is what's a self-fulfilling prophecy instead of just letting yourself enjoy the happiness, because everything's energy, and when you pull that energy in, you got the happiness and the sad instead of just being happy. Yeah. Number 2, being with positive and happy people makes you feel positive and happy. So that, again, that energy is contagious. You're at a higher vibration, it pulls you up to a higher vibration. Conversely, being with lower energy people can bring you down. Number 3, feeling ignored causes the same chemical effect as an actual injury. It makes you feel hurt.
Mm-hmm. I get it. I get that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. I do too. Number 4, a lot of people just want to be seen and heard. So being ignored is, and there are some people out there that are never seen or heard. Like never. They're always passed over. Number 4, people who spend more time in the sun are likely to be happier because of the vitamin D and the melatonin, serotonin, all of that.
That's why, real quick, in the past 5 days in New York City, it's been raining and dark.
People
And
get depressed.
we will all, like people, like the residents I work for in the building, you could see their body language. Like everybody was looking, are you okay? I was like, you okay? So on and so forth. Having a bad day all week. And then today, finally, we got some sun. I actually feel so good today.
Yeah.
So,
I thought it was your backdrop. I love your backdrop.
oh, this is the
It's
Apple
cheerful.
Store. This is unfortunately a kind of part of a negative story.
Okay. Well, I dig it. And yeah, I was joking around because people in Florida are generally like super, super friendly. Like it's one of the friendliest places I've ever been. And I'm like, how is this happening? Because these are the same assholes in New York and Boston that don't say hi to you. They're the same miserable jerks in Philadelphia. And then they come down here and they're just like, hey, how you doing? They'll chat you up in the line.
Because people want to.
It's the vitamin D. It's the sunshine.
But also, not for nothing. Let me tell you something, people. People want to fucking be friendly. I think it's in our nature to want to be around each other. Yeah. And to want to find friends and make connections. I think it's in our genuine nature. But
we're
unfortunately,
social creatures.
Yeah, but unfortunately, we're in this fucking, a lot of us live in cities and maybe even small towns that suck. We got some sucky people that make it sucky to live in.
You're not a tree. You're not a tree. You can move. That goes for you New Yorkers. You build your own cages, your own prisons. Hey, New York's so great. New York's so great. You're like guardians of your own prisons and you never leave.
That's a story for another day. Because my wife is holding me up. I want to get the fuck out of here.
Okay. Anyway, you look more attractive when you speak about the things that you are really interested in and care about. Number 6, your brain makes you remember bad news more than good news. That is a psychological thing that is ingrained in us. So you could have 20 people tell you, you did a public speaking thing or something, and you got 20 people say you did a great thing, and one person said, and you'll hang on to that one person. One thing.
I used to run a YouTube channel with a buddy, Andre Corbeil, and our YouTube channel was huge. It was a wrestling channel, and it's true. Like we would get tons of like really great comments and everything, but for some reason, when I saw that one comment, I'm talking about me personally, and I'm not. I don't have super thick skin. It used to hit me like a dagger right in my stomach, man.
Absolutely. And I'll interject here. War Demon, no, don't get eared cats. Their job is to be terrible. That's what they're supposed to do. They're terribly, terribly awesome.
I had one cat that she was awesome.
Mine are all awesome and assholes at the same time.
Right. But my Bella, I had a Bella. Her name is Bella. Unfortunately, she passed away with cancer. She had cancer. We had to remove part of her jaw and stuff. It was very sad. But I never saw a cat as sweet as her. Aww. She was a sweet little thing. But she wasn't my cat. She was my ex-wife's cat, and this little
Oh,
bitch got attached to me, and I loved her.
aw.
She was my girl. I miss
Wade
her.
Williams says never read your own reviews. Big Kenny says a person with bipolar disorder can become immobilized just as a person who suffers from depression can be. Yes, they can. I call that I call it like the four-way stop. Like you're just stuck in traffic, all ends, and you can't go anywhere. So, or mentally paralyzed. I totally agree with you. And number 7, this is the last one here. The cells in your body react to everything your mind says. Your mind controls your body. So negativity brings down your immune system and can actually make you sick. Conversely, if your mind brings you up and tells you you're healing and you can get to a higher vibration by singing, dancing, feeling good, getting some sunshine, your mind can tell your body, even if you have something sprained, broken, if you're sick, that it's getting better, and your body will follow directions.
It's funny you mentioned how my background was nice and uplifting.
Mm-hmm.
You ever been to an Apple store?
Thanks, Fred Sonny. I try to avoid it.
You try to avoid it. Hold on one second. Let me just throw this out.
I'm getting
Big ass titties.
Yeah, I'm getting some biddies for titties. Thank you. I love the biddies. Thank you.
Apple stores. When I walk into an Apple store,
Mm-hmm.
I do feel like it's like very bright and vibrant.
It is.
You know, everybody's so fucking friendly and helpful. It's kind of a nice place.
It's a great place to, it's nice. It's a good vibe to drop $3,000.
I used to love Barnes and Nobles.
Yes, I still
Didn't
do.
you?
We still
Don't
have
you?
one by
We
me.
don't have them.
Really?
I think we have one, but I
I
used
would
to go
joke
into-
around that if I die, I wanted some of my ashes to be scattered in a little bookstore, Barnes and Noble.
I used to have a girlfriend, Vanessa. She was a big reader, and I used to read too a lot. And we used to go into Barnes and Nobles, and it would be cool because she would be sitting across from me on the floor.
Mhm.
I would be sitting across on the floor with a coffee or something like that, and we'd just be sitting down reading. It was like such, oh my God, it brought me peace just thinking about that time.
Yep.
Simple time, man.
Yep. Even says they on the Apple too, they live on commission. So yeah, of course they're gonna be nice, right? And Red Sunny says make sure you eat and get plenty of rest. Yes, that too. But yeah, your mind, I mean, eat, take your supplements, get plenty of rest, get some sunshine. But yeah, your mind, we are so much more powerful than we realize.
Mhm.
And I think that we don't give ourselves enough credit. When you decide you're going to do something, when a person decides they're going to do something, there's no stopping them. We've all seen it. When a woman decides she's going on a diet, when a man decides he's going to go somewhere or do something, we have seen it. When people decide and they lock in, they're going forward, they're going to do this, they do it. And any of us can do that. Any of us can do it.
And you make a habit of it. Like, not for nothing, guys. Look, I used to work out
Mhm.
a lot. I used to work out 4 times a week, sometimes 5. And this was like, I used to feel like anxious if I didn't work out. And then I remember after I worked out, I would feel so good. I went on my run. I and if you and it's only been 2 weeks, like I said at the top of the show. But like today, I had to go, to yoga. It's a couple blocks away. And I was like, shit, I got so much to do. I did the morning show. I said, fuck it. And I went. And I feel so happy that I did.
Right?
I feel so fucking happy that I did. So yeah, man, make a habit of
you.
doing good things for yourselves, guys.
Here's one more thing. I'm done. This is the last of my things here, I think. But this is one more thing I wanted to bring up to you guys. And this is about boundaries and nice ways to say no. Because all right, so here's some things that I think people know, but they don't necessarily know. So there's a saying that boundaries set you free. And a lot of us don't have really strong boundaries. And by not having strong boundaries and not being able to say no, sometimes when we get mad at people, if you break it down, if you really think about it, you're not necessarily mad at them. You're mad at yourself for allowing it to happen. So somebody does something and they screw you over in some way, shape, or form. Ultimately, if we're really honest, we know it's our own fault for not seeing it, for not saying no, for letting it happen, for letting them take advantage of us, for not having good boundaries. So when you have good boundaries, and you're able to say no to things, it keeps everything in line. So if you don't want to do something, if you're not able to do something, it keeps you from hating yourself and being angry with yourself. And it keeps you loving yourself and healthier. So when people ask you for something, whether we realize this or not, they're expecting you to say no. So most people are expecting you to say no. So don't feel bad about saying no. But if you're uncomfortable with confrontation or straight up saying no, here are a couple of nice ways to do it. So, sounds nice, but I'm not available.
Mm-hmm.
I'm honored that you asked me, but I can't do it. And you don't have to go in and give lots of excuses or defend yourself. You can just say no and be nice about it. I'm sorry, but I can't help you at this time. Unfortunately, now is not a good time. I'm not available at the moment, but maybe next time, keep me in mind. I really appreciate you asking me, but I can't commit to anything right now. Sorry, I can't make it. Perhaps another time. Thank you for thinking of me, but I can't. And no, thank you. So these are all ways to say no that are a little bit, I call it a velvet gloved fist, but they help you keep, and no should be everyone's favorite word. No, it keeps you out of trouble. It keeps you from taking on too much. It keeps you from overextending yourself. It keeps you from being overwhelmed. So know your limitations, know what you can handle, and know that when someone does something and you get angry, most of the time it comes back on you. It's your fault for not having recognized that you overextended yourself, or you let them take advantage of you, or you knew that there wasn't going to be enough time in there, and you let it happen anyway. War Demon says, what about fuck off? I like that one.
Fuck off works.
Yeah. And Jamie says, having boundaries and being able to advocate for yourself is a very important part of good mental health. So
I was going to go with a negative story to close the show because we got less than 10 minutes, but I'm not going to do that because I had a backup story. Fuck that Philly story I was going to talk about. Those assholes stealing from Apple and all that shit. We're going to end this on a positive note because
I had a negative one too about people breaking all the cameras. Well, it's actually kind of positive. They're breaking the cameras in England because they don't want the surveillance. Yeah.
Well, talk about that one real quick before I go home with this one.
It's just brief. People are tired of the agenda. They're trying to put in all these cameras so that people are getting ticketed all the time when they leave their area, and they've had I don't know how many cameras smashed and broken. So it says cameras have been destroyed and 50,000 people have refused to pay the fines. Cameras cannot be protected as they don't have enough police, and the courts cannot prosecute this number of people. So unofficial data gathered by a group of people calling themselves Julie's Yuli's map have opposed the expansion and shows that of these 1,760 cameras in outer London, 750 have been damaged or stolen. And the BBC has backed that up. So it's not a conspiracy theory. People are taking the cameras down, breaking them, stealing them, destroying them because they're tired of the surveillance. They're tired of getting random tickets, and they're tired of being fined for leaving their area. You go, England, America, Canada. We can learn from this.
I'm going to spin the negative story, and I'm going to share this picture right here. So remember I told you that they had some people that I was going to show the video of the people. I don't want to aggravate. I don't want to look at negative stuff, but I'll show you a positive. There was this young lady, and they call her Meatball. This is what she's known as, and it says here, Degia Blackwell, aka known as Meatball, posted a live stream video of inciting BLM rioting in Philadelphia, looting. They went through Apple stores and they fucked up the Apple stores. They stole these Lululemon, Foot Locker, and here's a great picture because she was live streaming and laughing like it's a joke and videotaping everybody, and boom, yes. So apparently she's been arrested. And she went from this, like it's all a fucking joke, to this. And what is this? The old saying: "You play stupid game,
you win stupid prizes."
Win stupid prizes. So,
wait, she live streamed robbing
All right, let me show you this shit, man. Let me just show you this one part. I'm not gonna play the audio because it's too much, but I'll go to the top up here. Is it here? Oh no, it's back down here. I'm gonna scroll down. This for people listening on audio. I'm gonna keep some audio going here. So yeah, so this is her. This is her video of these idiots just breaking into these stores, Lululemon,
I hate that.
and she's
I
going
get it.
crazy.
They're corporate owned. I understand, but this is just a right and a wrong. You just don't do it.
But there's more here. This is her, right?
Uh-huh.
Let me see if I. Oh, let me see the video here. This is her right there. Yeah, you know, yeah, steal you fuck these fucking whiteys. This is basically what she's like saying and shit, like fucked up shit. You know, fuck this motherfucker. You know, steal that motherfucking Gucci bag and shit.
You know, they portrayed white people to be so evil.
Now she
they're not all evil. I'm sorry.
White people are not all evil, and black people are not all evil. Latinos are not all evil. People that
It's
are coming
ridiculous. It's so ridiculous.
Let me put this out to you guys, and I'm going to say something. I'm not a big fan of what's happening with the whole bullshit with the the migrants just coming over and stuff. But I'm going to say this: not all those people are fucking bad people.
Of course not. They're trying to get a better life. They're still humans. That's the problem. Is they're still human, and some of them, I wish they would police themselves, because it's like anything else. When you have some people making it shitty for everyone, they're making them all look bad. So if the migrants police themselves and kind of step down on the ones who are causing the problems, it would make the rest of them look a lot better. It's kind of like when the Muslims stepped up and said, don't do this.
This is an inside joke, kind of, but Retro Rock Review says Big Ray says all Dominicans are evil due to his neighbors. When I was doing the show, the morning show with the wrestling show, about a year and a half ago, we had these Dominican people that had moved in next door. They were renting, and they were fucking miserable, loud, all fucking. They got thrown out because this is a very quiet neighborhood. You know what I'm saying? They were tossed out. So I would joke around. But all right. So I'm going to end the show with giving you 5 things to make your day better.
Wait, before you do that, let's say 2 things. Like Wade pointed out, that's the Democrats' new voter base. I think that the left has realized that they have pushed a lot of their base right. You see all these movements of Latinos for Trump and blacks for Trump. And I think they've realized they pushed their base right. So I think they're counting on the immigrants being the new voter base. So I think there's a point to that.
They're going to be surprised when the immigrants don't give a fuck.
No,
when the immigrants, listen, hear me out. When the immigrants don't give a fuck and don't go vote.
No, exactly. And in my experience, most Latinos are all about God's gun and families. So that tends to be a right-wing thing.
Very
secondly,
Catholic.
Yeah, extremely Catholic. Additionally, and pro-life. Additionally, where am I getting them? Did you see there was a store owner in California who marked up all his items in the entire store to $951? So everything, doesn't matter if you're getting a comb or a pack of gum, everything is $951. So if there's any stealing, he can prosecute at the full amount. And then there's coupons at the front you can pick up that marks everything back down to the normal price.
That is fucking brilliant.
I thought that was great. But anybody that steals, it's $1 over the amount, so he can prosecute at the full extent of the law.
That is fucking brilliant.
But if you're just buying it, he'll show you where the coupons are and he'll scan it and get you back down to $1.52.
That's incredible.
I know. I thought that was creative. I thought that was, yeah. Okay, so you got 5 things. What are we doing our 5 things?
So just 5 things, and we mentioned a couple of things, but number 1 is go outside. It says that the fresh air, the connection to nature, the vitamin D, like you mentioned, are all good for you, both physically and mentally. So consider stepping away from your desk and into the great outdoors, even if it's just to the parking lot, your office. Like, some people, I'm not saying smoking is good for you, but just stepping outside, taking a quick break, maybe go out for your lunch instead of just eating your lunch indoors, sit out in front of the building that you work in or a nearby park. I would suggest that. Do you agree?
Yes.
Number 2.
Get off the screen too. Don't take your phone with you.
Yes. Number 2. Oh, we got some boobies.
I'm just going to do that in between.
Number 2, get moving. This is what I talked about earlier. It says think less, work out, and more easy movement. Consider scheduling a walking meeting instead of slogging away in a conference room for another hour. You'll feel better and probably get more done in your process. Just go out and take a fucking walk.
Remember that when you would always see on TV shows, like the person was so busy and they'd be like, walk with me. And they'd be walking and doing that thing.
Walking and talking.
Anymore? Yeah.
They don't do that no more. How about this one? This one is very simple. Help someone. The best way to cheer yourself up
is have a podcast and give everybody the cool information they need to know to feel better.
That too, is to cheer somebody else up. And that's a quote by the great Mark Twain. Oh. Number 4, smile. There's scientific evidence that even gritting your teeth and forcing yourself to fake smile has a positive impact on your outlook. Never has fake it till you make it. What is it? Never has fake it till you make it been more appropriate. I found that
it's true. And people smile back at you too.
Yeah, I found I've had some shitty days at work, and in my job I got to smile, and my day ends up to be less shitty because you just said it. It's like yawning when you smile.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? People smile at you back, and you'll be surprised, man. You know, and you don't know how many times I've smiled through pain, and people, they sense it.
Yeah,
and then they'll want to talk to you about it. So smile. You may unlock something cool.
Smile and laughter are 2 of the universal languages right there.
And the last one is, as we go home, I'm about to get ready to hit that music, but do something you love. It says, sure, most of us love traveling to exotic locals, all expense paid, but in case, think small. You love reading? Give yourself permission to read.
And you're talking about something other than eating and masturbating, right?
Yeah.
Doing something.
Doing something. Reading. Be alone, interrupted for 5 minutes. Just spend time with yourself. Even just a few minutes of you time can turn a topsy-turvy day back right side up. It's an amazing world of difference. It'll make an amazing world. It'll make a world of difference if you just give yourself some time to love yourself and do something you love. Like, I love podcasting. I love doing this show, and this always brightens my day. So, April, this was nice. A more positive show.
Thank you. Colin says he's smile yawning at us.
He's what?
Smile yawning at us.
Video games. I'm going to do that tonight when my wife goes to bed.
Video games are fun.
I want to play some Xbox tonight. I haven't done that in a while.
Good for you. We're gonna. I think you should put progress pictures up every week of your diet progress to see, so we can.
Should I do that?
Yeah, because then we can hold you accountable.
I can do that. I can. Yeah. So what I can do is
you should do your measurements, so like a picture, front, side, back, same spot, same outfit every week. Everybody should do that if you're going on a journey.
You don't want to know where I started. I mean, I'm a naturally big dude. I'm not like gross looking. Like I have muscle, and I'm not where I should be. Does that make sense?
Mm-hmm.
So wait until I lose the weight. My wife's never gonna let me leave the house. Oh yeah.
Well, April, thank you.
Tell them where they can find you.
Thank you, everyone. If you're listening and you're not watching, and you want to take a look at, see what we look like, you can find me on Real April Hunter on Instagram, April Hunter on Twitter, Real April Hunter on Twitter, Patreon April Hunter. You can find Big Ray Hernandez on pretty much everything that says Big Ray Hernandez. And you can follow us here on Twitch, on Rumble, The A Show, Patreon, The A Show. And we are live on Wednesday nights from 7 to 8:30 p.m. Eastern. And we love when you are part of our show. So thank you for being here very, very much. We love our smart peeps.
We love you guys. Seriously.
See you next week. Doesn't have the same ring as see you next Tuesday, but see you next week.
Yeah, don't say see you next Tuesday. See you next Wednesday. You call Kwang.
See you next Wednesday.
Follow. I don't know how to say that. Bye, guys.
Oh, my head hurts. Can't do that.
Don't do that. Would your brain fall out of that little hole?
I know. They took my auxiliary brain. I'm not going to be as smart anymore.
You're fine.